Somewhere in Central Africa, a child is digging a hole with his hands. He's not looking for gold. He's not looking for diamonds. He's looking for a mineral called cobalt. And that cobalt, right now, is inside the device you're using to watch this video. But here's what almost nobody talks about. That same mineral is at the center of a global power struggle that will decide which countries control the future. And most people have absolutely no idea it's happening. We talk about AI like it's a software story. ChatGPT, algorithms, chatbots, apps. But that's not the real story. The real story is physical. It's geographical. And it's been playing out quietly for years. Because behind every AI system on the planet, there's a chain of physical things. Raw materials, advanced chips, massive buildings full of computers, and enormous amounts of electricity. And that chain doesn't belong to everyone equally. Some countries control it, most don't. That gap, right there, is the most important geopolitical story of our time. And by the end of this video, you're going to see exactly why. Let's start with something concrete. When you type a question into an AI system and it responds in seconds, what just happened? It feels instant. It feels invisible. But behind that response was a physical process that required raw materials mined from the earth, processed into microscopic circuits, cooled by industrial-scale air conditioning, and powered by electricity, sometimes equivalent to a small town. In 2023, training a single large AI model consumed roughly the same amount of energy as 100 American homes use in an entire year. That's not software, that's infrastructure. And infrastructure requires resources. Resources that are not evenly distributed across the planet. To understand who controls AI, you need to understand three things. First, minerals. AI chips are built from elements that only exist in certain parts of the world. Cobalt, gallium, germanium, rare earth metals. More than 70% of the world's cobalt comes from a single country, the Democratic Republic of Congo. And more than 80% of rare earth processing happens in one country, China. Before a single chip is designed, before a single line of code is written, the physical foundation of AI is already concentrated in a handful of places on Earth. Second, chips. Raw minerals become chips through one of the most complex manufacturing processes humans have ever created. The most advanced AI chips in the world are produced by a single company, TSMC, in Taiwan. One company, one island, responsible for the chips that power almost every major AI system on the planet. That's not a supply chain, that's a single point of failure, sitting in one of the most geopolitically contested places on Earth. Third, energy. Running AI at scale is an energy problem. Data centers, the buildings that house AI systems, consumed about 1 to 2% of global electricity in 2022. By 2030, some estimates suggest that number could reach 8%. This is why tech companies are now investing in nuclear power plants. Not because they care about clean energy, because they need that much electricity. Minerals, chips, energy. These are the three foundations of AI, and whoever controls them controls the technology shaping the next century. Now, here's why experts keep using the same comparison. In the 20th century, oil was the resource that determined global power. Countries fought wars over it, built alliances around it, sanctioned enemies by cutting off access to it. The country that controlled oil didn't just have fuel, it had leverage over everyone who needed it. AI is following the same pattern, with one important difference. Oil powered machines. AI powers decisions. It shapes economies, militaries, financial systems, and governments. So the stakes of controlling it aren't just economic, they're civilizational. And we're already seeing the early moves of this competition. In 2022, the United States banned the export of advanced AI chips to China and a growing list of other countries. Think about what that actually means. The most powerful government in the world decided that a specific piece of silicon was too strategically important to let certain countries have it. That's not a trade dispute. That's a resource embargo. The same playbook as oil, just with different weapons.
Here is what this all points to.
We are moving toward a world where countries are divided not by military power alone, but by access to AI infrastructure. AI-rich countries will have it. AI-poor countries will depend on those that do. And that dependency will shape everything: economic development, national security, political influence, even the kind of future each country's citizens get to live. This is not science fiction. It's already beginning. The question isn't whether this world is coming. It's which side of that line your country and you will be on. AI is not just a technology story. It's a resource story, a geography story, a power story. And like oil before it, the countries that understood this early are the ones who moved to control it. The countries that didn't became dependent on those who did. We are living in the early years of that same competition right now. But here's what most people still don't understand. The supply chain that powers AI doesn't start in Silicon Valley. It starts in mines, in ports, in processing plants across Africa and Asia. And the countries that control those early steps may already have more power than anyone realizes. That's exactly what we're going to break down in the next video: the full map of the AI supply chain and where Africa fits into it, in ways that will genuinely surprise you. If you want to understand the world that's actually coming, that's the video you need to watch next.